What is the brain? The brain is a complicated organ that regulates our body's thought, memory, emotion, touch, motor skills, vision, breathing, temperature, and hunger. The central nervous system, or CNS, is comprised of the brain and the spinal cord that extends from it. What is the composition of the human brain? The average adult's brain weighs roughly 3 pounds and is 60% fat. Water, protein, carbs, and salts make up the remaining 40%. The brain isn't a muscle in and of itself. It is made up of blood vessels and nerves, as well as neurons and glial cells. On today's episode of Cure, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at some foods that are beneficial for brain health as well as measures to preserve this crucial organ from injury. There is no single all-powerful brain meal that can guarantee a bright mind as you age, just as there is no miracle drug to prevent cognitive loss. The most crucial method, according to nutritionists, is to adopt a balanced eating pattern that includes plenty of fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains. Choose healthy fats like olive oil or canola oil over saturated fats and get your protein from plants and fish. The best brain nutrients, according to research, are the same ones that protect your heart and blood arteries, such as green, leafy veggies are number 1 on the list. Vitamin K, lutein, folate, and beta-carotene are all found in leafy greens like kale, spinach, collards, and broccoli, which are high in these nutrients. These plant-based diets may reduce cognitive decline, according to research. Fish with a lot of fat is number 2. Fatty fish are high in omega-3 fatty acids, which are good unsaturated fats associated to lower blood levels of beta-amyloid, the protein that forms harmful clumps in the brains of Alzheimer's patients. Eat fish at least twice a week, but choose mercury-free kinds such as salmon, cod, canned light tuna, and pollock. If you don't like fish, talk to your doctor about taking an omega-3 supplement or opt for flax seeds, avocados, and walnuts as terrestrial omega-3 sources. Berries are number 3 on the list. Flavonoids, the natural plant pigments that give berries their bright colors, have also been shown to aid memory, according to study. Researchers at Harvard's Brigham and Women's Hospital discovered that eating 2 or more servings of strawberries and blueberries each week can prevent memory loss by up to 2.5 years. Tea and coffee come in at number 4. Caffeine in your daily cup of coffee or tea may provide more than a temporary boost in concentration. Participants who consumed more caffeine scored higher on mental function tests in a 2014 study published in the Journal of Nutrition. According to other studies, caffeine may also aid in the consolidation of new memories. Participants were invited to look at a series of photos before taking a placebo or a 200 mg caffeine tablet, according to researchers at Johns Hopkins University. On the next day, more members of the coffee group were able to accurately identify the photos. Walnuts come in at number 5. Nuts are high in protein and healthy fats, and one variety of nut in particular may help with memory. Higher walnut eating was associated to enhanced cognitive test scores in a 2015 UCLA study. Walnuts are abundant in alpha-linolenic acid, an omega-3 fatty acid, ALA. Low blood pressure and cleaner arteries have been related to ALA and other omega-3 fatty acid-rich diets. That is beneficial to both the heart and the brain. Let's take a look at some of the ways we may keep our brains healthy by avoiding traumatic brain injuries, TBI. The most common causes of traumatic brain injuries are falls and car accidents, TBIs. When you suffer a serious head injury, your brain collides with your skull. It's possible that the collision will result in brain damage. TBIs most commonly occur as a result of concussions. Traumatic brain injuries are a major public health concern in many parts of the world. Brain injury symptoms can be slight, moderate, or severe, depending on the extent of the damage. A little injury to the brain can have a significant impact on how it functions. To reduce your risk of a traumatic brain injury, follow these guidelines. First and foremost, fasten your seatbelt. Seatbelts are a crucial TBI precaution since they minimize serious injuries and fatalities from collisions by roughly half. When driving or riding in a car, always wear a seatbelt. A child should be fastened in the rear seat of the automobile with a child safety seat, booster seat, or seatbelt, depending on the child's height, weight, and age. Number 2. Do not drive when inebriated or under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Alcohol and drugs, even prescription medications, can make it difficult to drive. Number 3. Never text or talk on your phone while driving. The most common source of driver distraction is cell phones. According to University of Utah experts, using a mobile device while driving is comparable to having a blood alcohol level of 0.08 or higher. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, drivers who chat on their phones or text while driving are 4 times more likely to be involved in a serious vehicle accident. Wear a helmet. Number 4. When participating in sports and leisure activities, both adults and children should wear a helmet and protective gear. When riding a bike, motorcycle, or skateboard, skiing, snowboarding, or inline skating, playing a contact sport such as football, ice hockey, or boxing, or playing baseball or softball, among other activities, always wear a helmet. Number 5. Keep yourself safe at home by avoiding falls. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, millions of older persons fall each year. Even though 1 out of every 4 people falls, only around half of those who do notify the doctor. TBI is most commonly caused by falls, although it can be avoided in older persons by following these steps. Handrails in bathrooms and on both sides of a stairwell are recommended. Tripping hazards such as throw rugs and clutter should be removed. Increasing the brightness of your home's lights, keeping elderly folks active on a regular basis is important. Non-slip mats can be used in the bathtub or shower to prevent slipping. Examining your eyes on a frequent basis, and so on. Number 6. Protect children from head trauma. Because no child is immune to injury, parents and caregivers must take the following precautions to protect children against brain injuries: installing window guards to keep them from falling out of open windows, using safety gates at the top and bottom of staircases, keeping stairwells clean of clutter, using a non-slip mat in the bathtub or shower, using playgrounds with shock-absorbing materials on the ground, and so on. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of the show. Please share, like, and comment on my video. Don't forget to subscribe as well.